Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Brooke. I'm going to show you guys how to make this gingham plaid. It's actually very easy. I'm using Procreate. I'm just casting it onto my computer for you guys, but you can use any program that has like the snapping feature. It doesn't have to be Procreate. All you need to do is create these 4 squares right here, and 2 of them are going to be the same color. So it's actually really easy to do. And then if you want, you can add little details like this just to make it even cuter, but it's totally up to you. That's the fun part. So a little note, if you want white in there, the white needs to be on the top left box. And then a lighter color needs to be in these squares. And then your darker color or like main color is going to be on the bottom right. Where you put these boxes is, sorry, I had to like refresh my thing, is important because that it will determine whether or not it's like a plaid, a gingham plaid, and just like checkerboard. So when we are doing this, we just have to keep this in mind, and then the rest is really easy. So with whatever color you want, like let's say we want to make an orange, we'll start with this like darker orange right here, maybe like this. That's a good orange. So we're going to do an orange gingham plaid for this tutorial. So I'm going to turn all of these layers off so that we can start from scratch. We're going to make a new layer. Let me zoom out. This is my big square. We're going to, if we're in Procreate, we're going to grab the arrow on the top left up here and then make sure on the bottom we're turning snapping and magnetics on down here. We're going to grab our box and make it snap down into the bottom. And notice how we have these golden bars here. That's very important because that is what is going to make this actually seamless, is the golden bars, because that means it is, oh my God, what's the word? The same all around, basically. I need more coffee for this. Okay, so we have our main color. Now we need to pick our lighter color, which we can either just kind of like do that if we want, or we can slide our scale a little bit and maybe do something like this. And let's just see like what it looks like together. So we have our lighter color. We're going to drag that to the top right. And then we're going to duplicate that one. And on Procreate, you swipe and hit duplicate, grab it, and then just drag it down. And then we want to create one more box to create that actual white box, because right now that's just like the background color, and it's not a real layer. So we can create a new layer and then just fill it with white. And now it's actually a white box. So right now, this is actually done. This is your seamless file. This is a gingham plaid. This is seamless. You can scale this infinitely and it's already plaid. But to your untrained eye, not to throw shade on your eyes, but you might not like see it. So to test it, we can duplicate it and then scale it down, duplicate it again, move it, squish it together, duplicate it, and just keep doing that until we see the gingham plaid start to like come together. And if we choose the wrong color, like let's say that that like tan creamy color or whatever is not like vibing right, we can just go in and like adjust it. So I'm just picking like a different color, the color that was orange, and I'm just testing it. So this, you wouldn't like sell this one. But I like this one better. I think that like flows more with the whole gingham plaid stuff. So that was me using the same orange and then just sliding over up here and picking one of these lighter colors. So I didn't change the hue at all. I just changed the value of the orange. So now we want to go back to our original tile and fix that color by just dragging and dropping it into those 2 squares. And now it's good. And that is literally it. That's all you need to do to make this kind of plaid. If you want to have little accent shapes in it, like this one, I started to do hearts. I actually have a finished one where, I did hearts all the way, and I made it into a fabric, a custom fabric, which is really cool. But if you want to do that, this one, I put it in the lighter boxes. So all you have to do is put them in these two boxes. So like these two right here. And that will give you that, like, you know, it'll be a shape in all of them. But if you want them in just these dark boxes only, you know, then you would put them like that. But then keep in mind it's going to be like a square. Or if you want it like that, you can put it in the white one too. So it's totally up to you on where you want to put these little shapes. So like, for example, this could be really cute to maybe do like a bat or a pumpkin or something. Like, let's say I wanted to do like a pumpkin. We would do this. And if you want a tutorial on how to draw pumpkins, I do have like a little one on my Instagram if you guys want to watch that. But basically it's you just do this. And then let me erase this part. You're just getting like a little crash course on drawing a pumpkin now. Because why not? Why not? Why not have some bonuses in here? Okay, we're going to call that a day. We're going to call that a pumpkin. Oops, let me get that guy right there. And my tablet is in my lap in case you're like, why are you looking down to do this? Why are you doing that? So, and then maybe we want them to be like alternating pumpkins like that. So I'm going to just smush everything together so that we can see it all come together. But I recommend when you're actually like designing, you don't smush your layers together. You keep it separate just in case you want to end up changing something. But here it is. It's getting smaller and smaller. And we have our little plaid with our pumpkins. So that looks really cute. I would go in and make these lines thicker. Now that I see how it looks like scaled out, I would make the pumpkin like thicker, you know, like this thick. Because those ended up being like too thin. I would make it look better, but just like to show you, I would want it like that. But yeah, that's it. It's super easy. Go have fun. Go make plaid. And honestly, that's it. It's really that easy. So if you wanted to sell this file, you would give the customer this file right here, like minus the pumpkins if you didn't want to do the pumpkins. Here, I'll undo everything because I smushed them together. So we'll get rid of the pumpkins. So you would just save this file just like this, and then this is what you would give them. And this allows for like a maximum size of scaling because my canvas is 12 inches right here. So that means they're able to print something this big in 12 inches without losing your quality. But that is it. If you guys want to learn how you can make more seamless files like this and even sell them, I do have some resources for you on that. There's so many like fun things you can do with making actual seamless files. You can have fabric printed, you can make phone cases, you can make mugs. Like, there's so many awesome things you can do with seamless files. You can make passive income, you can make active income. It's really up to you, like what you want to do. But I'll link my courses in the description, and be sure to follow for more and subscribe and like and all of those fun things. And I'll see you guys in my other videos.